Watergate happened about 50 years ago, and there's been a lot going on in terms of information about Watergate and what happened during that time. There's a new book called Watergate, A New History by Garrett Graff, and there's also a documentary that's out there now on some of the stations. In addition, there's a series called Gaslight starring Julia Roberts that's also out here. So I've read the book, I watched the documentary, and I'm in the midst of watching Gaslight. And one of the things I came away with, that we're an organization that talks about integrity, balance of respect and responsibility. And I had an epiphany. It's that loyalty, when it stands alone, it sounds like a really good thing, right? We all want people to be loyal. We want to be loyal to people. But loyalty can be the enemy of integrity. In other words, if, and you just think about Watergate, Haldeman, Ehrlichman, Mitchell, Dean, I can go on and on. Those folks, for whatever reason, whether it was power, whether it was loyalty to the president, whether it was fear of losing their job, fear of being recognized, for whatever reason, they stood with the president and the dirty tricks, as it was called, during that period of time, and most of them ended up in jail, and of course Nixon resigned from the presidency. Well, that's not the only time this happened, right? You think about Putin and what been happening in Russia. You think all those folks that are in his sphere of influence are supporting him because they feel that he's right, what he's doing? Or do we know that it's about fear? It's about remaining in power. It's about, recognition. Whatever those causes are, it's about the things that we do, bringing it back home to our own leadership, whether we're leaders or people that are following us. That why are they following us? And is it right, or is it appropriate at some point that we say, no, that's wrong, we can't do that? I think too often now people go along, we see it in the very partisan way that the government's sort of acting or not acting at this point. Why do people do what they do? Do they really believe what's happening in policy and politics today, 50 years ago, Putin in Russia, whatever it may be, are they doing it for another reason? So keep in mind that loyalty as a standalone is a great thing, but it also is the enemy of integrity, for what it's worth.